long-form open discussion podcast. Topics include sensitive issues such as sex, religion, politics, race, gender, death, BDSM, MFN, CFNM, MMF, MMFM, and healthcare. Do not try this at home.
Get your motherfucking ass up when I'm talking.
So hold on tight. The action starts now.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I break your concentration?
And here we go.
It's just, if it's the fucking thing where somebody dies, somebody infamous or in the public eye, and there's a fucking group of people that just don't believe that he's fucking dead.
I just said it was a possibility.
It's weird. Like, people are like, Tupac's alive. Why can't he be dead?
I don't think
why
Tupac's alive.
Why is it so impossible that these fucking people are dead? Even though they had extraordinary circumstances in their lives. Why can't it be possible?
Yeah, but a person like Tupac and a person like Pablo Escobar is two completely different fucking universes. You know,
I mean, I don't even want to say his name because it's almost like scholarly fact for people. But I'm going to say his name anyways. Epstein. There's people that are walking around amongst us that believe like it's written in fucking stone that this man is not, or either is not dead or did not kill himself.
Okay, all right. So you're saying that WITSEC is not a real thing, and that billionaires and shit do not routinely, historically, it has not been proven that people have, hidden themselves away.
I'm not saying shit because Andy Kaufman told people he was going to fake his death for years. And then, I don't say anything either way. It's weird how people are so fucking set. They're like, nope.
Well, people don't believe shit, and you know what I'm saying? That's the world we live in, man. We're desensitized, oversensitized, fucking detached, and shit just don't make sense sometimes.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like,
you know what it is?
The nigga Escobar, right? This nigga, Reagan was smuggling all that dope for so many years, and they was doing all this crazy shit, and this nigga super rich billionaire, you know what I'm saying? He done bombed all kind of crazy shit. Maybe his chunky ass did slip out the window and get killed by some weak ass blue collar embezzling ass motherfucking DEA agent. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe the nigga motherfucking made a deal with the U.S. government and slipped away. I'm just saying.
Dude, this is the guy that showed up in front of the White House to take a picture with his kid while he was like the world's most wanted criminal. So I think he was living a pretty I think there gets a point here. So I think there's a point when you're powerful enough that you become complacent, where you think you are untouchable.
Or maybe you really are, and maybe you're taking a picture in front of the goddamn White House because the motherfucking government invited your motherfucking ass there.
He is come see the White House. Nixon had me come stand here.
You think all these government programs to send all that money to motherfucking Israel and shit is motherfucking free? There's got to be a bad guy somewhere that helps generate it and keep the shit off the books. You think the CIA funds it motherfucking self?
Here's the thing. Let me just say this to say this. About conspiracies and all that stuff. I don't care that people believe. That's not the part that bothers me.
What bothers you?
The part that bothers me is that people think because they care, something's going to happen. A good example is JFK. We are no closer to knowing the fucking truth about JFK than we are to knowing where the fuck Jimmy Hoffa is. So knowing is not half the battle. It doesn't because some fucking bag boy at Piggly Wiggly is on a chat room every night and confronts people that Epstein Piggly Wiggly. You shout out to Piggly Wiggly, you could be a sponsor. Is confronting people at fucking house parties and being like, "No, you need to know the truth. You just believe everything the government tells you." Just because he's adamant about that doesn't change a fucking
all right, so
thing.
Look, and then until he shoots up a Senate leading meeting or some shit like that. So what I'm saying
until he kills a mob boss like the QAnon motherfucker.
I'm just saying that motherfucking what? So what you saying? People are just supposed to be motherfucking drones and sheep, nigga, and go live in North Korea? You know what I'm saying?
No,
And
I'm saying here.
No nut drop, motherfucking
No,
pudgy,
calm
fucked up
down.
haircut ass nigga, motherfucking making nuclear bombs. Want to starve his motherfucking people? Can't even give him 5 pounds of motherfucking rice and want to kill his family and shit.
That's exactly what I'm saying. No, what I'm saying is the only type of information that is useless is the type that isn't used. So either do something about it or quit bothering people about it. Write a book. Go out there, because there's people that write books about this shit. But don't walk around with this fucking information like the conspiracy theorists do and act like...
Maybe he's looking for validation, trying to see if he's fucked up in his own head or other niggas agree with him.
No, I think it's bigger than that. They're looking for validation in their life.
Maybe he's just mad because his motherfucking bitch sucking another nigga dick. You know what I'm saying? Or got peanut butter wiped on her pussy and shit, trying to figure out if the dog gonna bite it. You know what I'm saying?
The dog's gonna bite peanut butter, not lick it.
I'm just saying. It's possible to train it with a toy. I bet it's possible to train it with a toy.
Do you know how many people died today?
I don't know, man. I heard there was a shooting.
Yeah, there's that crazy shit in New Jersey, but that's New Jersey. That New Jersey's just fucked up.
Do we even know what happened in New Jersey? Because I tried to pull it up or whatever, man. But then I was too busy because I was trying to do this podcast, and there was like this extra same person and shit, and I was having to figure that out.
There's like a shootout in New Jersey between like the cops and a bunch of people.
No, man, it said that some nigga was shooting up. It started at a cemetery and then wound up at a kosher supermarket or some shit.
Well, either way, it's making for good news. But too bad this is just a Democrat elitist ploy to take away our guns.
It probably is, man. Real talk. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. Did you see them links I shared on Facebook about that Florida UPS shit?
Yeah, and I was telling my wife yesterday, I was like, you know what happened if I apply for FedEx or UPS? Fucking cops will come out, get all trigger happy, and fucking fill a slow-moving box truck full of lead, dude. Did you see that picture?
It was stopped. The truck was stopped.
Did you see the video of the fucking... There's somebody drove by, the low boy pulling the fucking...
I shared it.
Dude,
I shared it.
The goddamn blood was spilling down the steps.
Did you see all the bullet holes in the panels showing and proving they didn't have line of sight?
These are cops, dude. They're fucking...
These niggas emptied clips. I'm talking magazine after magazine. Did you watch the video that I shared of the woman ducked down with all the gunshots?
No, I saw a picture.
I
saw a video of a cop rolling around behind a car from New Jersey today.
No, man. I share super awesome motherfucking shit. And you don't ever go motherfucking look at it, nigga. And I thumbs up not really very many of your motherfucking posts. Hold on, I'm gonna go find it. Hold on. I wonder if the government took it away. Oh, here it goes. Listen to this shit. Listen, can you hear that? Listen.
Sounds like Christmas Eve in Chicago.
You hear this shit, dude?
She's like, oh, they shooting. I love it, dude.
Did you
I love
hear
it.
that? Look,
I love it.
They encroached this nigga stuck in traffic, knowing he has a hostage. Didn't try and de-escalate. Didn't wait on SWAT or sharpshooters. Nothing, nigga. Killed everybody in that bitch, and then a bystander, old nigga, got shot by the bad guys.
Like the movie Heat. Art imitates life.
I'm just saying, them niggas. I don't know, man. I don't know what the fuck I don't know. You know what I mean? And they want you to turn on all the lights in your vehicle and keep your hands on the steering wheel and comply with all that the officer says and trust them on the side of a highway. I'm just saying.
Well, here's the thing. So it's kind of the stance I take on everything especially when it comes to cops. Nothing's across the board. So you got. There's situations where people are like, "Fuck cops! I don't need cops to defend." Eventually, you're gonna need the cops.
And I never
but at the
said
same
I
time,
never needed cops. Now that's not
but
what I said.
I haven't either. But now at the same time, then you got just any asshole that has never had a criminal conviction prior to applying to be a cop. They put them through a 6-week fucking training course. These are just regular people. They're not. My biggest thing about cops is I personally believe that most cops in this world are just motherfuckers that have no hopes, goals, and dreams, and they just want to find a job that pays well, it's steady work, it has benefits, right? They're like, yeah, I could, I got a gun, I got the whole police, it should be fine. These aren't people that are qualified.
No.
To police the general public.
I think them bitch niggas need rubber bullets.
And here, just let me I know your stance on this, and I know it's very unpopular, but just let me explain it. I personally believe that combat veterans should be given first choice to be police officers, only because in situations that require the use of force, they are so far past the line of knowing what to do. They're not going to be panicking like Philandro Castile, the black dude that was like, I have a gun and I have a permit. I'm going to grab my permit. Then that Asian officer's like, don't do it. He's like, dude, I'm getting my fucking permit. And he fucking popped that guy a couple times.
Yeah.
And afterwards in the video, you see the cop going, oh my God. If that's your reaction after pulling the trigger on someone, you probably should have never been in that situation or given a gun in the first place.
That's why we have SWAT teams and shit. If shit escalates,
but SWAT teams are prior military generally.
Yeah, well, listen, I'm okay with having a military unit, you know what I'm saying, that with prior military, training and experience and stuff like that. That's a specialized team, okay? But the niggas driving around, they should have like a loaded clip, a magazine with actual bullets maybe on their belt or some shit. But the first magazine should be less than lethal. You know what I mean? It's just that shit that happened right there. The bad guys robbed somebody. The bad guys took a hostage. And the police swarmed them niggas in the wrong setting. Okay, they should have backed off, let it get to away from crowded area. Even if they was pinned in there, they should have waited for the de-escalation team and the sharpshooter. You know what I mean? Sharpshooters would have had line of sight and would have pinged them niggas' brains out. You know what I'm saying? But they killed the motherfucking the UPS. They killed the fucking hostage.
Hold on, where was this at? What state?
I think it was in Cuba.
Yeah, yeah, basically, right?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I'm just saying, man, like, police, our daily police, our traffic ticket writers, our domestic violence responders, our DUI guys, they don't need to be out here, just ready to just shoot niggas because, I don't know, I don't know why. Maybe they're
Thomas,
uncomfortable.
Thomas,
go ahead.
You don't know how difficult their job is, sir.
Yeah, I know. Planting drugs on motherfuckers.
You don't know what it's like out there, man. You walk in that beat. You got some crackhead gonna pull up on you. You don't know what it's like, man. What are you gonna do? Don't let any of that beat come for you, huh? What are you gonna do? Fucking cops,
Run,
man.
nigga.
You know what's weird? Here's my thing.
I'm just saying, man.
I always
These niggas are
question.
crazy, man. Go ahead.
I always question someone when they have a desire to be authority. When you talk to a regular person and they want power, they want to be an authority, there's something you shouldn't want that. You shouldn't fucking want that. You know what I mean? It's like not a natural emotion.
Law enforcement, man. I believe in law enforcement. I believe in civilized laws, but these niggas ain't civilized. No, man, I think that's wrong, man. I think that, power is dangerous, you know what I'm saying? But I think humans inherently want to control. They want to dominate. They want to crush, you know what I mean? And only with maturity most of the time are they able to humble themselves enough to even remotely be able to handle a leadership
look at this.
role. But
look at this. You grew up middle class, right? Your dad worked in a factory.
I wouldn't say that.
You worked in a Your dad worked in a factory. You drink domestic beer out of a can, right? You have a man cave. You like football, right? You bang some girl named Cheryl, right? What are you supposed to do with your life? You're supposed to become a cop.
Yeah, you are.
You wear
right.
You're
jean. Absolutely fucking right.
You wear jean shorts and you tuck your T-shirt into them.
Mm-hmm.
What are you supposed to do? You can't become a computer engineer. You're supposed to become a cop. You like barbecuing, right? You like barbecuing and have a bunch of your buddies over while you're wearing New Balance, and you wear Ray-Bans. You wear Oakleys. Oh, you wear oil-filled Oakley. What are you supposed to do? You can't be a math teacher. You got to be a cop.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. We got to have police, man, but we scraping the bottom of the motherfucking barrel, and I think the reason why we're scraping the bottom of the barrel is because we've profitized the motherfucking penal system, you know what I mean? And therefore it's just sucking up all the candidates, you know what I mean? So, because we couldn't create jobs in industry because of regulation and the world market and our fucked up superior mind frame that is obviously a fucking illusion. So we just make jails and cops.
I mean, you got a shaved head. You haven't had long hair since high school.
And we let everybody think they're free. Yeah.
You're free.
I don't notice a shaved head and niggas just go bald. You know what I'm saying? And they let niggas think they free because they let California pass some weed laws. You know what I'm saying?
You're tired. Hey, you're tired of these goddamn liberals, right? What are you supposed to do?
I think motherfucking I got into a conversation the other night, man. You talking about liberals? We was talking about how people who are trying to achieve their goals and become more educated, and the younger generation and stuff not wanting children and whatnot, and how it kind of ties in with the right wing, anti-abortion, and the left wing, immigration thing coming in. It's a population thing, man. So the population, they were talking about how the American population is dying off, and we're not having enough kids to replenish the population. So the only way to drive our economy forward is obviously to have more humans, more consumers, and that's where the immigration bills and stuff are coming from. Because if you're not growing, you're dying as far as an economy goes.
You know what? Because we have a generation of people that aren't out there just fucking without a condom. They're like, no, I have all these friends that can't do shit on a Friday night. They don't have any of their own money. They're like, I am not having a fucking kid. Are you kidding me?
Well, no, it's the kids, man. It's everybody. That's why you broken marriages, relationships, abuse, all this shit, poverty, is that whole, 1890, mind frame of, it's time to marry off and have kids and plant a row of corn and shit. It don't work. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers
Bro,
are
I
starving,
had sex in the room with my kids sleeping. You had to be it's all quiet. It's like a mime show.
Motherfucking shit don't work, you know what I'm saying? So people are waiting until they're 30, 35 years old to have children. They're stable. They own their fucking house. And then you have all these motherfucking poor motherfuckers and somebody else's shit. Borrowed motherfucking money, Section 8 housing, or fucking homeless motherfucking talking about, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna have another baby. It's like it don't make sense,
the people. So the people that I realize that own houses, the common denominator is with them.
What?
Those are the motherfuckers that know what they want to do with their lives. Yeah. Or those are the people that are okay with picking something and sticking with it for the rest of their lives.
Yeah, some people, man. Yeah, you're absolutely right. They was broken when they was born. You know what I'm saying? They people lived in this town. They live in this town. Their granddaddy did this. They do this. They make $13.75 a motherfucking hour. They're 17 years in, and they have a 40/60 insurance policy.
I'll be honest with you though. I would fucking give my left nut to know what the. Well, I know what I want to do in my life. I want to do this, but
You want to go to the oil
this
field.
takes
What you was telling me
longer.
earlier, I thought.
See, here's the thing. So I want to be a podcaster. I want the podcast to take off, right?
Yeah.
I've been doing amateur photoshopping shit, if you've noticed. I want to do shit like that, and it takes years. It actually takes longer to try to get shit like this off the ground than it is like if you were like, I want to be a welder, or I'm gonna get like my teaching degree.
Yeah,
it
but
takes,
the payoff is bigger and shit like this, nigga. When you build a motherfucking, and look, I've been distracted, nigga. I haven't been very responsible with it lately.
At all.
I've been dealing with my own shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you've been trying to, do some things out there where you at and shit. You know what I'm saying? And distractions, life. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucking, cart before the motherfucking horse. Shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, but if shit like this that doesn't pay initially, if it ever motherfucking blows, nigga, you eat for real. You know what I'm saying? You ain't 32 years in, nigga, trying to retire with a fake gold watch, nigga. You know what I'm saying? And can't afford your Lipitor. You know what I mean?
well, and that's what people don't understand. So, like when I was a kid, I wanted to be a stand-up comic, or you have these dreams that you want to do something bigger, and people don't understand because it's like I can't be satisfied going to a job like any job I get that's not doing something I want to. Obviously, if I go drive a truck, there's going to be a 15 to 20% part of me that's just miserable because I'm doing that.
Yeah.
And I have to find some way inside me to be like, there has to be some part of me that has to go, well, I have to realize this is what I'm doing. And it's not what I want to do whatsoever. Because the alternative, podcasting, it's not that fucking simple. You have to build an audience. You have to get people to listen. You have to market it right. You have to get audio down. There's probably, I don't know, when I listen to this motherfucker and put it together at the end, there's probably going to be a fucking echo to it. But you know what? It's better than driving a truck. It's better than being a fucking bricklayer. It's better than pushing a broom.
Nigga, you ever work with concrete and shit, nigga? That shit dry your motherfucking skin.
Bro.
Give you
I drove a
Lyme disease
truck.
and shit.
I drove a truck for 2 years for a company that made concrete forming equipment for we did the LA Rams new stadium and shit.
Yeah.
The one thing I can guarantee, if I stood before God or Allah themselves and they asked me what is the one truism about concrete that I'll be like, well, there has to be 6 people staying around watching one person do something.
Well, yeah, but I don't know, nigga. I've been thinking about doing porno.
I'd watch it.
I know you would, nigga.
I'd watch it. I watch it. Dude, I know. I've seen my
I
brother-in-law.
just want to shoot it. I want to videotape it. No, I want.
I've seen my brother-in-law do porn. I've seen motherfuckers show me videos when I was in the Navy. Dudes are really comfortable with each other in the Navy. I've seen motherfuckers show me videos of them fucking some chick. You know what I mean?
I just want to do the hiring, the interviewing, nigga, and help with some of the photography and shit. You know what I'm saying?
That's from me, by the way. That ding.
Oh yeah.
I mean, not that. Not the fucking cappuccino machine you just fucking turned on.
Yeah, they I don't know, man. I'm telling you, we ought to come out west, nigga. You know what I'm saying? And get some motherfucking I think gay porn, nigga. I think that's where the money's at.
Bro, okay, listen. I've said it once. I've said it before. My grandfather said it on his deathbed. If she's really hot and got a fat ass and big tits, but she got a veiny dick between her legs, you just got to forget about it.
You just got to forget about it?
It's weird that he said that on his deathbed, but, I mean, you just got to forget about it.
You got to forget about it, nigga.
Put it at the back of your mind and just do it. Act like it's a giant clit.
Yeah, I think that we ought to get a bunch of motherfucking, straight dudes, you know what I'm saying, and do gay porn.
it's called bait bus. You know how there's bang bus?
Yeah.
Bait bus is where like they get a dude on the bus, and it's like
masturbate?
no, bait like BAIT like fishing, and it's like a hot chick, the same chick you'd see in like the bang bus, and she's like, hey, blah 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 blah. They're driving, and she's like, hey, and she like gets naked, and they start like kissing and touching and stuff. She's like, we'll give you $500 if you let this guy suck your dick, and then the dude kind of like, I guess. All right. Yeah. And then, like, he ends up... Because I guess on the bait bus, the dudes are tops. So it's not like they're getting fucked. They're just like, all right, stick your dick in this. And to their credit, the guy is in shape. So it's not like you're fucking some nasty dude off Craigslist. It's like some 22-year-old who's got, like, back muscles and, you know what I mean? Like.
So is there money in this?
Yeah.
Well, maybe we should think about it as a venture.
Yeah, you could drive the bus, and I'll be like, I'll pop out like Chris Hansen, like, hey, what are you doing here? You're trying to have sex with this 20-year-old co-ed? How about I introduce you to John here, right?
Let's do a glory hole bus.
There's too much glory hole porn out there. That market's saturated.
Is it?
As far as my research is done.
What about the motherfucking Czechoslovakian, half body glory hole?
Bro, there's a lot of awesome mature porn
cave.
coming out of the Czech Republic.
It's a cave porn. It's like, it's like a cave hole. I don't know what the fuck it is.
All I'm saying is, dude, from what I've seen, I could go to Europe and do some granny porn and make a little skrill.
And maybe we should do something like that.
I've always wanted to make porn. I just don't have the voice for it.
It just needs to be some of that old fetish shit. We just need to do some of that fetish shit. Maybe you're right about the granny porn or something. Maybe some.
My whole thing is like somebody's gonna want to watch a semi-funny, handsome dude with love handles. Fuck.
Yeah, nigga. Look at what's that old nigga's name with the big dick?
It's Ron Jeremy.
Yeah, Ron Jeremy. Yeah,
but Ron Jeremy wasn't fat. In the '70s, he just had a big dick. Yeah. Now he's nasty, but he's a legend.
Yeah, he's a legend.
So you want to be the next Ron Jeremy? We're gonna have to get you a prosthetic.
Nah, I don't want to do no fucking, nigga. I just want to be on the back end of it.
It's just, you got to rephrase that.
Yeah, no pun intended, no fucked up saying. Just, you know what I'm saying, in general. You know what I mean?
You know what I think is hot? When women refer to dick as like a thing.
As a thing?
As like an indefinite article, like, oh, you know what I need? Some dick.
Huh. I guess I can see that. Yeah, but bitches be trying to act like they don't be talking about a dick.
Here's my thing. I just don't get it. Everybody loves fucking, whether it be bumping the cock like two lesbians or, you know what I mean? I just don't get it. Why? I get it doesn't have to be the forefront of every thought. But just everybody likes to do it. Quit fucking acting like it's sacred. Quit acting like... Girls, I'm speaking to you. Guys, go get something to drink. Quit acting like your pussy is the best, okay? Just enjoy the fact that you have one. It's like a Prius. Yours isn't the coolest Prius. Just acknowledge that you get good gas mileage and go with it.
Yeah. Bitch got that Prius pussy.
Like, oh, my pussy's so good. Probably not. It's subjective. Maybe it's too wet.
Griswold station wagon pussy.
Maybe, I don't discriminate. You got pussy, you got the big Donald Duck lips. You know what I mean? You got the shit that's all tucked in and cute, like a shy chick.
Yeah. Some of that box Chevy pussy, nigga.
Yeah. But ultimately, it's like it's like the same. You know what I mean? So just go with it and quit acting like you quit acting like
camper van ass pussy.
Yeah. Like old hairy fucking hippie ass pussy. Yeah.
Some of that fucked up Ford van pickup truck pussy.
But maybe she has nice tits, right? And maybe you're just happy to be doing it. So just go with it. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
It's so weird. People act like they're like all shy. Look, I worked at a country bar, a country western bar for 2 fucking years, right?
Yeah.
I know. Okay, I'm going to go off track a little bit here. So did I ever tell you my theory that country music and hip-hop are the exact same things?
No, come on, tell us.
They're both two sides of the same spiritual coin, country and hip-hop music. They both talk about women. They both talk about a specific type of alcohol. They both talk about their lifestyles, right? Whereas like rock music, jazz, they don't talk about that kind of stuff specifically. Unless you're Motley Crue. But I digress. So, but the one thing I noticed, like at least hip-hop is up front. Like, I want to fuck. Even what did Cameron say in that song "Hey Ma"? If we not fucking, then I'll see you tomorrow, right? But country music, they try to be all subtle. They don't call it fucking. They call it slow dance in the back of my pickup under a neon moon.
Yeah,
motherfucker, you're trying to fuck.
It's because they want radio play.
And in fact, you're more deceptive trying to make it sound like you're this gentleman when you want to fuck. Nobody wants to hear music about banging the chick you're going to be with for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Let's put the kibosh on that.
Yeah, they do be lying, don't they?
Like, I saw her, we were 17, I knew I wanted to die in her arms. Like, shut the fuck up, you lame gay-ass motherfucker. Nobody wants to hear that.
I don't know, man. People spend a lot of money on country music, nigga.
You know, here's why. I've been to a country bar. You are more... You're actually in a better position to get pussy in a country bar than any club or anything out there. Those motherfuckers are some horny ass wanna fuck motherfuckers. Girls, I always tell dudes, I'm like, I don't give a shit if you don't like country music. Go to a busy country bar. Because those chicks, once they get some Jack Daniels inside them, they're dancing a little bit, they're shaking it up, their vagina's knocking around a little bit, the clit bouncing around like a little fucking marble in a spray paint can.
Yeah.
And they're like, all right, I want some dick. Or slow dance under a neon moon, right?
Slow dance under a neon moon.
So what this country bar I worked at, it's here in San Diego, which means there's a lot of military. One of the and like you'd have, door position or by the dance floor kind of stuff like that. One of the jobs we would switch the stations would be out in the parking lot because people like to get drunk and fight. So we'd make sure there wasn't fights and stuff. But you know how many times I caught people fucking in cars? All the time would be the answer.
Damn, you should have videotaped the nigga and sold it.
This was in 2009. This is prior to the cell phone explosion.
Oh. I had a cell phone nigga in like 98.
Yeah, but ain't nobody gonna fucking try to catch a video on your fucking Nokia.
It wasn't, nigga. It was a motherfucking prime code, nigga.
Like what? Oh my god, I forgot you're black. E40, tell me when to go.
Yeah.
Talking on my ghetto on the way to the stove. My second and third trip.
I just be chilling though, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm just saying there was a lot of fucking in country music. And they try to act like they're all nice and subtle and gentlemanly. It's like, motherfucker, you'd have a bitch eating out of your ass if you could. So quit put up that front like you're this fucking... It's a bunch of bullshit. Because I've seen...
Skeezers, and then bitches be in church, too.
Bro, I've watched chicks cry over dudes. It's like, I've seen you leave with 3 fucking dudes this week. Why are you crying over that guy? Like, stop. Because there's this weird paradigm in country music where they it's their gentlemanly southern sensibility bullshit mixed with the fact that they're human and they want to fuck. Ain't nothing wrong. Like, I get it. God, guns, country, family. You still sucking dick out by the dumpster.
Damn.
With your fucking.
I think maybe that's how we get the House and the Senate and shit. The motherfucking come together. Everybody realize that. In the end of the day, everybody fucking.
Everybody fucks. I'm glad you said that. That's my point of how you bring people together. That's the common denominator at everybody. It's not that bullshit where it's like, we're Americans. It's not our race. It's not our religion. It's not our creed. It's not our sexual orientation. It's that we're Americans. No, it's that you like eating ass. You like pussy. You like sucking dick. You like cum on your tits. You like somebody playing with your ass cheeks. You like somebody slapping your balls. You like Arabian goggles. You like a who's the boss. Whatever. You like that. but it's the one thing that we're gonna go out in public and act like we don't like. But it's the one thing that brings us together as a people.
Because motherfuckers insecure about they fucking. That's why.
No, they just. I don't even think. I think maybe like. I think
fucking. They be trying to act like it's taboo, like they still ain't supposed to motherfucking be fucking.
I think maybe like 20 years ago it was insecure, but now it's more like they think it's proper. Women think it goes back to that. I got the best pussy. They think it adds monetary value to their genitalia if they act like they fucking ain't throwing that swish around left and right. I respect.
I don't know, but so what I'm saying is like, can you compare it to like working on your car, right? If you got like a good car, or maybe you don't have a good car, maybe it's a bad car, and you ain't got a lot of money to spend, right? Do you want the best mechanic, the most experienced mechanic you can get for your money? You know what I'm saying? The nigga with 30 years experience, or you want the nigga with 6 months apprenticeship? Which one would you want working on your car?
The dude's gonna charge me less.
I'm just saying it could be the same thing with your sexual partner, you know what I'm saying? So you can have, I'm not telling you to go be with a loose woman, you know what I'm saying? A fast girl, I'm not saying that, you know what I mean? But
to be fair, Repeat Offender Podcast is not advising anyone to be with a loose woman. However, you should never discount your options.
I'm just saying, like, if you're getting your car worked on, you want the best possible, most experienced mechanic you can get. You want a specialist in his trade. The same with an open heart surgeon. The same with, a cancer doctor. The same with your weed grower. Your same with your butcher. So you kind of would want the same thing theoretically in your sexual partner.
Well, and there's another issue that I think about. Just because a chick's hot doesn't mean she can do shit in bed. No, so people are like, "Oh, look at that chick, she's hot." It's like, yeah, you know what? But she's probably, you see a chick, she got big tits, she got a fat ass, but she's probably like, I don't like cum. So
I don't know. I hate a bitch with a stank attitude. You know what I'm saying? Because when I look at her, I'll be like, she a skeezer. She done, she probably done got run through with 4 niggas in the same truck in the same night. You know what I'm saying? And then walked the drunk ass home. So it's hard for me to look at these bitches and and then hear the ignorance come out their mouth or some stank fucking motherfucking goddamn attitude. It's like, get the fuck on, go suck your daddy's dick. You know what I'm saying?
What here? Like, what I think? Fuck, I can't. I don't. I'm not a Bible theologian. Yeah.
I'm not.
But I believe it's in the Bible where it says a chick that'll lick come out of your hand like a dog is far better than a good woman.
Oh, I don't remember that verse.
I think it's in the Old Testament, but
I think that must have been some of them scrolls they found in the cave, because I'm pretty sure that's not in the Bible that I got. But
it's in them Dead Sea Scrolls. It's like, oh, here it is. If she licks come out of your hand like a dog, it's better than a woman that'll be at home cooking for you every night.
I wonder if back in the day, nigga, they had the camel show.
Bro, I feel bad for dudes who have never been with a girl that looks you in the eye and says, I want you to come on my face. If you've never been with a girl who does that, you're not part of the conversation. Go sit down.
I thought she was going somewhere with fisting for some reason.
No, I can't stand fisting. That shit's gross.
I definitely thought that's where you were going. I just knew that there was going to be like a fisting or a hoof, because I was just referencing camels. I'm like, this nigga is going somewhere with a hoof or something.
I just saying, like, I walk around and I look at dudes, and I look at dudes with their girlfriends, or girls with their girlfriends, or guys with their boyfriends, and I wonder. I look at them and I go, how dirty are they willing to be in the privacy of their own home?
I don't know. I'm just saying.
How lucky are these people when they get home? Do they have enough? Is the person they're with, man, woman, beast, whatever, is that person willing to put forth the effort to make them satisfied?
Probably not, man. Motherfuckers are selfish. They ain't really trying to fuck with nobody.
And that's sad.
I'm saying, because they be fucking shampoo bottles and shit.
Like a girl putting a shampoo bottle upside herself?
Yeah, they're putting shampoo, a motherfucking Pepto-Bismol, motherfucking Coke cans, nigga, whatever.
Disclaimer: the Repeat Offender Podcast does not encourage open bottle insertion because it causes suction.
No, everybody knows to do it from the heel.
Bro, did I tell? Right before we even started this podcast, people send me porn all the time. Clearly, because I'm a pervert. Somebody sent me this fucking video of this hot tiny chick, fucking just going to town with a baseball bat, like a little league baseball bat with herself. She put this bitch in almost up to the grips.
Damn, nigga.
And she was, the weirdest thing is she was in like the courtyard of some like office building.
That's crazy.
Which I'm watching this chick shove this aluminum little league baseball bat inside herself, and the first thing I'm thinking is like, is this like a Sunday? I hope nobody's in these offices.
I'm glad you specified aluminum because I was wondering if there was a possibility. If
that's why I said little league.
If she got a splinter, you know what I'm saying?
That's why I said little league.
Well, back in the day, I guess they would have called them T-ball bats because they were little league bats, but they were wooden.
Speaking of American freedom and Little League.
But I don't know enough about baseball. Like, I wouldn't know. Is there a difference in Little League? Like, I mean,
yeah,
I
they only
size, but
I think only minor and Major League Baseball uses wooden bats.
Well, that's good to know.
Speaking of, though, I got a fun fact for you that you're going to love. Major League Baseball, I could have this wrong, but fuck it, who cares? Major League Baseball in their farm leagues, which is the AAA leagues or AA leagues or whatever, where like college students, college athletes play before they get recruited into the majors, have done away with marijuana testing.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
So we're close,
I think
man.
They call that minor leagues, right? Minor leagues.
The farm leagues, AA, whatever.
Yeah.
We're close,
yeah,
dude.
Because baseball is supposed to be America's pastime, but I don't think it has been since like 41. But
no,
that movie with the girls, during wartime where she played.
I love A League of Their Own.
Yeah,
A League of Our Own.
A League of Our Own.
Bro, you know what?
Intimidated by a strong female lead.
Are you ready? You know what I watched the other day?
What?
The greatest basketball movie ever.
What?
He Got Game.
He Got Game.
This motherfucker. Denzel Washington, Spike Lee joint.
Yeah, I don't know. Wasn't they one where Juanita something where it was a dude that played women's basketball?
Joanna Man.
Yeah, Joanna Man. I thought that's what you was gonna say.
No, dude. I'm talking about He Got Game. The movie about with Denzel Washington where he's a guy.
So what's this got to do with the weed legalization?
I'm just saying it's a great movie, bro.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just saying that like they kind of make me angry, man. Like it kind of pisses me off. Like you got these old crony motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Bought and paid for making decisions about a nigga life. You know what I'm saying? And stuff that can send me to prison forever if I wanted to motherfucking partake, or I can't be gainfully employed. Or if I get hurt, then my wife don't get no fucking benefits and I don't get repaired. So it's kind of like, fuck them. Like, I just wish a fucking herd of fucking donkeys and bears and wolves would come through and fuck all they old asses in the ear, in the mouth and nose, the fucking scrotum.
I think it's just important that we're moving past having to drug test. Having to drug test. And if the fucking farm leagues if the farm leagues of baseball are like it's not. I worked in that urine drug testing lab, and it was for pain.
Too expensive. It's too expensive.
It was pain and addiction clinics. And do you know how many fucking requisitions would come in where the doctor would opt out of the THC testing because it didn't counteract with any other medication, and it wasn't a proof of addiction.
Yeah. These niggas are crazy, man. That's all I'm saying. Like, it's... I don't know. I mean, they don't want niggas to be productive. They don't want niggas to make real money. They want you to be a bitch and a slave.
It's not even that. Dude, it's old. It's old, lazy thinking. It's
Yeah,
sad.
niggas is stupid, you know, and their cop out. Every one of them's cop outs. We need more research. It's like, bitch, niggas have been smoking motherfucking weed since the Chinese had emperors. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you know, get the fuck out of here. You know, y'all motherfuckers, you know, been on that whiskey and that drink, beating motherfucking, you know, women and kids and shit for goddamn 200 motherfucking years, and we don't need no more research on that shit, huh?
It's just old lazy thinking, because jobs that are specifically regulated by the FMCSA, Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration, whatever. Those are the only ones that should test. Like government jobs that are regulated by the federal government. If you're a job and you're just some old you're some old handlebar mustache having motherfucker. They're like, oh, I don't want no pothead. You're a piece of shit. Your family's a piece of shit. The youngest child in your family is going to grow up to be a piece of shit because you're stupid. You believe old tropes, and you're not intelligent enough to change your fucking thinking. That's it. Period. Hands down, into story. Close the book.
Oh, what's funny is, like, the Republican Party, they're supposed to be the party of, like, individual freedom and sovereignty and, you know, small government not being controlled, but they seem to be the only ones that are overly trying to fight the change. And it seems that it's because they're bought and paid for, and then they're trying to hide behind the false teachings of the church. You know, like somehow a fucking plant's gonna corrupt you, and you know.
Mr. President, when I become president, I will not only decriminalize marijuana, I will expunge records of marijuana convictions that have harmed minority communities forever.
We should see if Bernie Sanders want to come on for an interview.
Smack it up, flip it, and rub it down. Oh no!
Did you see Bernie do the interview with Bernie?
That shit was hilarious.
Bernie did an interview with Bernie.
That shit
That shit
was hilarious.
That shit was savage. You got to be comfortable with yourself, nigga, to do some shit like that.
Bro, okay. Let's dip our toe into it because we're kind of on the edge of it. All I want to say, this isn't 2016, where the Democrats had a terrible candidate. Mm-hmm. Nobody wanted Hillary. You had establishment.
Don't nobody want Biden, nigga. Who wants
Calm
Biden?
down.
You know, old black
Hey,
people?
you calm
Old
down.
black people?
You calm down. Let me get to that. This isn't 2016 where like people were like, Hillary's kind of an evil woman. Like, yeah. And so that swayed a lot of like the undecided voters to go, maybe, because at the time Trump wasn't coming off as like a hardcore Republican. He was just like, I'm different. My wife is a sex robot. Check this out. I was on Howard Stern, right? In the past 3 years, the man has insulted, marginalized, pushed aside, and basically disenfranchised so many people that it's not. I don't think it's easy to sit here and go, well, this is the impeachment hearings. They just handed the election to him.
Go ahead.
Because I think there's a lot of people that have been so insulted by his mere presence, by his acumen, that they're just like, because let's be honest with you, dude. Bill Clinton had a balanced budget. So a good economy is not an indicator.
No, but you know, people, even though he might be abrasive, people agree with a lot of the shit the nigga say.
I mean, what? It changes every time you talk to him.
I'm saying women get beat by niggas and suck their dick still and make baked cakes and shit, nigga.
When I hear hooves, I think horses, not zebras.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I'm not saying that he See, I think the government bigger than one man, and I think that no matter how much truth that he may point out about how corrupt, and i.e., I do believe he as well is corrupt. Okay, full disclosure there.
So you don't get to be a porn star standing in an orgy pointing out how everybody's an adulterer.
Saying is I think the idea of him calling people out and putting lights on things, I think that. It kind of validates the thoughts and opinions like the gentleman you was talking about earlier who, tells everybody about the conspiracy theories and shit, right? So it's almost like a brief moment of validation for people. But the problem is that he's not really flexing on the people, you know what I'm saying? Because he's still following suit and he genuinely is trying to enrich himself. So, It's. I think there's a mixed spread there. You know what I mean? But
I guess I'm just saying I don't think it's. I wouldn't if I was putting money on it, because obviously anybody who's listened to the podcast, anybody who knows me, they know my feelings. I don't like that he's dishonest, and you know what I mean. You don't get to claim corruption and ignore corruption at the same time. But I'm just saying this isn't. I wouldn't put money.
But here, no, hold on, hold that thought there. But you being a Comic-Con nigga, you obviously got to know the Batman story and all them niggas being crooked, and then with them helping. Like I watched Gotham the other day. You know what I'm saying? And Gordon was constantly making deals with the Penguin and shit. It was like, and then the mafia nigga and shit because he was keeping peace and shit. So sometimes you got.
Well, because dirty. It was bigger than his control, he couldn't do anything about it.
So kind of like the government, you mean?
Well, no, I guess in shorter terms, if I was going to give it a quick thesis statement, Donald Trump is no different than any other person that's been in office, except for the fact that he's just got the balls enough to point out the people who are doing the same thing he's doing. He's like I said,
I think that's what people want.
He's the porn star standing in the orgy, talking about how everybody's an adulterer. It's like, motherfucker, you're fucking too. You don't get to.
Yeah.
So,
but I think that it's refreshing to people because for so long people have pretended.
It was
the country song.
But
instead, he's like I'm a fucking. He's like I'm a rapper, nigga. I'm gonna tell you I'm fucking. You know what I'm saying?
It was no. But here's the thing. He's trying to act like he's not fucking. He's not saying he's fucking. Like the emoluments clause. The easiest one that people are ignoring, the emoluments clause of the United States Constitution says no president shall endorse a business. He's going on Twitter saying you should read my son's book. Yeah. That right there alone. There alone. Period. He's profiting as a president. He has not recused himself from his businesses.
Like every politician is
right. No, but listen, I understand that argument, but you can't say like every politician. Well, that includes him. So you can't be mad at that corruption and not be mad at his corruption. And just the fucking fact that, like, come on, dude. Like, really? The one thing I will say is he's exposed the hypocrisy across America. You got the evangelicals who are like gay marriage and blah, blah, blah. Motherfucker's been divorced 3 times because he's cheated on him, and now he's married to a sex robot that he cheated on with a porn star, and just these people are shrugging their shoulders like, it's a good economy, right? It's horrendous. The whole thing is horrendous. Everybody and the whole thing is horrendous. And people are bitching about billionaires. They're like, oh, billionaires because they have all this influence over America and they're using money to change things. Okay, how is that any different than a motherfucker being like, well, Trump he put out his tax bill and I saved a couple $1,000s in my taxes, so I'm going to vote for him. How is that any different than billionaires like, well, I'm going to spend money and then I'm going to get what I want?
Poor people didn't save anything in taxes.
No, they didn't. It was proven by the Congressional Budget Office, which, regardless if you want to, is a nonpartisan entity that said there was no real impact on business in the business sector because of the Tax Cuts and Budget Act. or Tax Cuts and Jobs Act. But all I'm saying is I would not put money on the definitive fact that Trump's going to get reelected just because they introduced articles of impeachment against him. They did it with Clinton. This is nothing new. But I think he's insulted enough people in the past 3 years where it's not a landslide.
I don't think you got anybody strong enough on the Democrat side.
It doesn't have to be strong enough.
To fully really take
does
it
not
on,
have.
you know what I'm saying?
Remember when Donald
now
Trump?
You got Bloomberg. You got Bloomberg done entered the motherfucking race. You got.
But we can't be. So what? We're gonna be mad at a billionaire, another billionaire. But I'm just saying.
No, I'm saying people are tired of that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I mean, who the fuck is he? Like, nobody really likes this bitch ass. You know what I'm saying? But he's got enough money to get the nomination. And then you got this old ass fucking Biden head ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? And then Bernie, I don't know what to really say about this nigga.
Have you ever listened? Have you ever listened to? So you know how people say don't listen to the fake news, mainstream media, all that shit, right? Have you ever listened, like gone on YouTube, and listened to people like Tim Pool, or things like that are, they try to seem like they'll be like, oh, they talk about the mainstream media, and because they do their own YouTube channel or whatever, and they got big. Even though they're obviously pro-Trump, but they try to seem like, you know, a fact-abundant entity. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Have you ever listened to that stuff?
No, I listened to Joe Rogan interview Bernie Sanders.
So I before I left Michigan, I was driving with this guy who had like a QAnon hoodie. You know what I mean? So he was nuts deep in Trump, right? Because there's the Trump supporters, and there's the QAnon people that are like, I don't give a fuck if he stabbed Jesus Christ in the heart. He's taking down pedophiles kind of thing. And this dude, all he did when I drove with him, he would listen to this fucking these YouTube channels. Yeah. And I swear to God, one of them was bitching. This is insane. I was like, I couldn't roll my eyes big enough. One of these guys was bitching that the Democrats are voting for people in their 70s that should be retired. His whole point was, why are the Democrats voting for these old people? Trump is 70 fucking 3 years old. Yeah. He was bitching about old people running as Democrats. The fucking current president is 73 years old.
Yeah, I know, but what I'm saying, man, old niggas, you know, historically primarily took that office, but
except for Obama, Clinton,
and Kennedy,
JFK, Millard Fillmore.
Yeah, so primarily like Democrat niggas and shit, but in like 200 something years. But
thank you for watching. This concludes our broadcast day.